When I decided to create Magnetify, I knew one of the most important things I had to do was to develop and come up with a wait list. So, the worst thing that could possibly happen is I invest all of this time and this money into developing the software, and then when it launches, either no one buys it, or number two, I am scrambling trying to get people to know about my software. So that's one of the reasons, number one, that I have been building in public by sharing my journey on YouTube. And that's another reason why I highly suggest people actually start building a wait list for their product before it actually comes out. Now, when I started with Magnetify, I thought the product would come out late 2024, but as you know, there are a lot of holidays, and that was pushed back to January, and then it's been pushed back to March right now, what we're in 2025. But ideally, you're probably not going to want to try to launch a product during the holiday season like I did, because you will get delayed. And you want to make sure that you are building a wait list and building anticipation for your new product within that 4 to 6 week mark. I think that's the best time. So that way your people aren't waiting too long, and then you're not holding them on and lingering for months like I've been, unfortunately. So in this video, I want to show people my process of how I built up a waiting list for Magnetify and how easy it is for you to actually do the same for yourself. So why would you actually want to build a waiting list other than the fact that you want new people coming into your product when you launch? So one big reason is to actually validate your product. So to see if your product is something that people are actually going to want to use. Once you have that wait list open, you can have those beta testers test everything and see if this is a product that they like using. Maybe if there is something that needs to be added to the product to make it more functional for them. In addition to that, you want to work out any kind of bugs. So my wait list specifically is for beta testers. Number one, to validate the product and to see if there is anything wrong with the product as far as little bugs that they may catch. And then also to see if I'm on the right track on what they actually use the product for and the different features that are available within the product or could be available within the product at a later time. So there are many reasons to create a wait list for your product. And in this video, I'm going to go over my step-by-step process of how I actually created a wait list for Magnetify from the very beginning. And right now we are so close to actually beta launching. I felt like it's a great time for me to go ahead and create this video for you. In addition to that, I've gotten comments from previous videos when I'm giving Magnetify updates, and I kind of feel like I'm limited by the comments. I can't really actually tell everybody what I want to say within a couple sentences, and so this is another reason why I'm creating this video. So let's go ahead and get into my whiteboard on the back end so I can show you everything about how to create a wait list for your SaaS. Okay, let's get right into it on why it's so important to build a wait list for your SaaS. So as I mentioned before, there are a couple different reasons why you would want to do so, and your reasons may be different than my reasons, but number one, you want to make sure that you have product interest in your product before it actually launches, right? And before you actually do all this building. My wait list was actually launched when my developer had screenshots when he did the Figma design. Nothing was developed on the back end yet. So it did validate my idea and get early interest. Another thing is to generate early leads. So those are going to be your first users of your product, your first buyers. You want to validate that market demand, like I mentioned earlier. Build anticipation and hype, right? So this is another reason why I'm on YouTube building in public. So I want anticipation for the product itself. and gather early user feedback. So my wait list is specifically for beta testers because I want them to see if they like the feature, see if there's any little bugs, see what else could be added or taken away if they're using something or they're not using something. So I want to get that feedback from them. And then we want to improve launch day success, right? So if you develop a product and no one knows anything about it and they're like, one day it's like, oh, I have this software, but no one knew anything about it. So you want to make sure that you are telling people about your products. So I'm not saying the minute Magnetify launches, I'm going to have 100 signups. I'm not saying that, but hopefully it will be within the atmosphere that people have heard about Magnetify on my social channels, YouTube, whatever, that it actually brings in people during that launch period, okay? If you wanted to take this further, instead of just having this SaaS for yourself and being a founder, a solo founder, you could actually use this as potentially securing early funding. I'm not trying to go that route, but that's an option. And you can establish that initial user base, like I said. And then last but not least, you can refine your marketing and messaging. So maybe you thought your software would be great for marketers, but it turns out it's better for financial analysts or maybe people in the healthcare field or whatever. So you're not going to know that without having early people in and building that wait list, okay? So down here are the 4 critical aspects here. So number 1, you do need to have a landing page. So this landing page is going to be fairly straightforward. It is going to get people's name and email addresses. And then from that landing page, that is where you are going to be putting people into a waitlist email sequence, right? So it's going into ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, whatever. And you're telling them that, hey, it's great. You're on the wait list, you're on the beta tester list, and you're keeping them updated with updates as they're happening, right? So I've been emailing my list telling them, hey, I just spoke to the developer, we're this close, or hey, I just created the Slack channel for beta testers. Hey, I just created the affiliate portal. So this is letting them know that there is progress and that things are coming and that your beta testing period or your launch period will be soon, right? Another thing is making sure that you are on social media and you are actually talking about your launch, talking about your wait list. So in this period of time before Magnetify launches, I have been doing social media posting. I have been creating videos. Obviously, I've been emailing people on the wait list. So you do want to keep that going. So after you've got somebody in, right, you still want to keep that social media content going, considering the fact that the people who are on the wait list still want to see updates. So they may or may not read your email, but if you're connected with them on social media or they connect with you on social media, they're going to be able to see those updates as well, okay? And then the last part is launch. So I have a couple things. We're going to scroll down this whiteboard here. I have a couple things to show you. Okay, so this is the Magnetify waitlist landing page. And as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. It says that Magnetify is coming soon. You know, you can't wait for smarter lead magnets. Go ahead and sign up and be the first to know when we launch. And it has first name and the email address of the person who is going to join the waitlist. So my developer and I kind of went around on, you know, how to actually set this up because he's the one that designed this, not me. And he was really adamant that I did not put first name on there. And I was really adamant as a marketer that I do, because you want to be able to personalize your emails that you're sending to your people. So whether or not that's your wait list, whether or not that's cold email, whether or not that is your newsletter, you want to be able to use this person's first name when you address them through an email. So I just have first name and email address. If it were anything else, asking me to sign up for a wait list. If someone asks for like first name, last name, phone number, email address, I most definitely would not sign up for the wait list, but it's not a big deal for me to give someone my first name and my email address. So this is a pretty straightforward and simple landing page for actually getting people into a wait list. So as we know, you can create a wait list, but what happens when you create a wait list and you have no one to see it, right? You don't have any traffic. So none of this is going to work. You're not going to be able to create a wait list without traffic. And that is exactly where our 3 C's comes in from the organic lead generation funnel. If you have not seen that video, I'll pop up a video on the screen so you can watch that. But our 3 C's are basically the top of funnel. So we want to make sure we have content, collaboration, and connection. And the content portion is your social media, and it is your YouTube channel, and it is you actually posting, right? So we want to make sure that we have the landing page up, but we need that traffic coming in from different directions. If you are a podcaster, or if you can be on a podcast, or if you can do a virtual event or something like that, that also adds into the content that will be bringing in traffic. The last thing is actually cold email, cold DMs. That actually brings in traffic to your wait list as well. But you're going to need all of this, right? Because you're on a time crunch when your software is going to launch, and you don't have 6 months to get traction from Facebook or Instagram or whatever it may be to actually get people signed up to your wait list. I will tell you, if you do not have a YouTube channel, I want to say YouTube is going to be one of your best bets for that actual content that you're creating, because even though I may not have a ton of video views on my updates for Magnetify, me talking about me building a micro SaaS and everything else like that, that's still 30, 50, 100, 200 people that have never heard of me before, that have never heard about Magnetify, that are potential customers or potential wait list testers, right? So none of this is going to work without traffic. Great, you can go ahead and do social media. These are examples of some of the posts I've posted in the last couple of months. As you can see, not every one of them is talking about joining the wait list. It's just basically awareness, okay? So, like I said, traffic, content, this is going to be a little bit slow, but it's necessary, all right? You need to have social media accounts, and you need to have them set up for your SaaS, and you need to be somewhat active on them during that time when you're growing your wait list, okay? So yes, it's necessary, but it is slow growth. So this is what can actually grow your wait list a whole lot faster. And this is what I used to help grow my wait list. In addition to posting on YouTube, in addition to posting on social media, I use cold email to actually help build my wait list, okay? So right here is an example of a sales funnel. And if you have been watching any of my videos here on YouTube, you know that I work within Make.com. This was built within Make.com. And this is a sales system that can be installed in your business for your micro SaaS to actually help not only grow your wait list, but after your SaaS is launched, it can help you grow your initial customer base, okay? And I'm gonna show you how all this works here. So basically, you are going to start out with an email list of people who you think potentially would want to be on your wait list, right? So in my instance, I targeted marketing agencies because Magnetify can actually create lead magnets not only for people, but it can create lead magnets for clients of agencies, right? So basically what this is doing here is that you have an already updated and clean list uploaded into your Google Drive folder, okay? From there, the other major player here is that we are going to perform a search with Exa, and we are going to download all the information from that person's website, and we are going to create a personalized first line. So each and every email that you send is going to be personalized to the person. It's going to be personalized to their business because it scraped the information from their website, okay? Another thing here really big is the company name formatter, because once you get these lead lists, sometimes you'll have like a company name that says, Studio 822 LLC, or Studio 822 INC. And that's just the business corporation, right? How it's filed for taxes. That's not natural. You don't want to put that in any kind of email communications like, hey, I see that you own Studio 822 LLC. Like the minute someone sends that to me, I know that it's an automated email and it's not personal at all, right? So you want to make sure that the company name is completely formatted correctly. So this company name formatter goes through, takes out the LLCs, takes out the all caps if it's not supposed to be all caps, because some people have business names that are in all caps when you pull them from these lists and things like that, right? And then from there, I kind of skipped ahead. It does make that personalization, and then we just have updates here in Google Sheets. And then last but not least, this email first line is going to go directly into Instantly, okay? So there are a lot of different email service providers you can use for your cold email, Smart Lead, Instantly, Mail Lead, whatever. I've used them all, but I actually like Instantly the best. So you can actually have it go directly into Instantly. That way, all these first lines are customized and everything goes directly into Instantly. You don't have to do anything after that because it's going to go into that campaign automatically, okay? Okay, so now once that email hits Instantly, it's going to go into that campaign, and then you're going to be sending off emails automatically and getting responses like this. So these are some of the responses I've gotten from my cold email campaign to actually grow my wait list. It's like, hey, tell me more, right? So that's great because my initial email just basically said, hey, my name's Nicole. I'm launching Magnetify. This is what it does. I need beta testers. And then as a beta tester, you will get access to XYZ. That's basically what my email said. And then I just said, if you want more information, let me know. Respond, tell me more, or respond yes, or respond back to my email letting me know that you want more information. And so that's why you see this person saying, tell me more. This one's like, good afternoon, Nicole. I'd be interested in trying your new beta program. Thanks for the opportunity. Tell me more. Thanks, I got it. Please add me to the wait list for the trial. It is this simple for you to actually grow your wait list using this method here, okay? Another thing I want to say, the minute your wait list is over, the minute your product launches, you can switch this to be a campaign to get your first users in, right? And so this campaign for me is not running right now because I am so close to beta launch. So the minute I have Magnetify launched, my email copy in there is switching over to say something to the effect that, hey, we've got this software. I think it'd be great for your agency. Come check it out, or here's a discount coupon, or whatever it may be, right? It will be going from, hey, check out my software as a beta tester to, hey, I think this is something great for you. And even if someone doesn't necessarily respond to your email, it doesn't matter at this point, right? Because what's going to happen is when you set up your cold email and you have these domains, what we call burner domains, you have them directed to your main URL. And so this one right here says imagnetify.com. That's not my URL at all. My URL is magnetify.ai. But if they type in imagnetify.com, it is going to redirect them to magnetify.ai. And out of curiosity, people go to websites, right? So I get a ton of cold emails for my agency, and I will go to their website just to check it out. And you can get people to come on, and you can get more traffic to your actual landing page. And then also, once your SaaS launches, you get more traffic to your web page once you have these cold emails running, okay? So know that this is a process that you can use not only for the wait list, but for you to actually use to get in your first customers and beyond, right? So what I want to do for you guys, since you guys know that I create these sales systems and I've gone through this process of Magnetify and getting ready to launch, what I will do for you is that I can actually set all this up for you, right? So what I can do is create a landing page, which the landing page can be created in different places like ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit. I used ConvertKit for a little bit before I switched everything over to the Magnetify.ai domain. I was using Studio 822. You can also use Webflow. There's so many different places that you can actually create a basic landing page. My developer did this on the back end on whatever my software is on. So this isn't anything that I would suggest because it's what my developer did, right? So what I can do for you is I can create a landing page, create the email sequence for you, and then on top of that, install a growth sales system for you that will help you get in waitlist people for your waitlist, right? So beta testers and all that good stuff that you can switch over to a growth sales system once that SaaS is launched. So I can install this in here for you on your tech as well. Okay, so if you're interested in having me do this for you, right? So I'll create that SaaS landing page, do your emails for your nurture sequence, and set up this whole system, the sales system here for you. I'm going to leave a link down below so that way you can book a call with me and we can talk about your specific needs for your SaaS and what you're trying to accomplish. And then we can get this installed into your business, right? So this should maybe take me about a week altogether to do the landing page and everything else. So a week turnaround max, right? So if you have any questions about anything in the meantime, right? Remember to like this video, share with other people, and if you have not subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video.